Welcome to the Dub Connect.
Because I know y'all saw it, especially if you follow me on Twitter or if you follow Liz Cambage and you've been waited on bated breath to see if she was going to address the fact that she just was like, peace out in July. But she finally came out and made this long paragraph. It was a lot. It was a lot, but she didn't say anything. She basically said she really wanted to be in LA. She's sorry that she had to leave abruptly, and she hopes that the WNBA takes it more seriously of keeping their players safe and protected. So I was unimpressed by what she said but I do think this is typical Liz Cambage behavior. In every instance of some sort of, we really need to address a Liz behavior, she just kind of says, you know what, it's my mental health, or you know what, I don't feel safe here, or you know what, they don't have my back. But she never says, you know what, I have to take this one on the chin. I'm going to learn from this. This is what I did wrong, and I'm going to move forward. Because I feel like even if it is your mental health, you have to say that my mental health caused me, because just because you're having mental health issues does not necessarily mean you did not behave in a bad manner. It
Right,
just means
right.
you have a reason, but you still have to own that negativity that you put out in the world. You can't just say, mental health is good.
And I'm bringing up Imani McGee-Stafford in particular, is Connect Gang, you better follow WNBA Twitter,
Oh, yes.
because she has some things to say. Hiding behind mental health, again, is what she said. And she said, if you're not criticizing the W from a place of love, and if you don't love it, get out. That's what she said. I'm not here for your criticism. That's what she said, not what I said, not what Jackie Ray said. So I felt like that was interesting, because I felt like Imani said some things that maybe some other players wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in fairness to Liz, let me say this. We have had players in the W before that have said that, and they have shared that being in the WNBA can be toxic. The last one I heard was Candace Wiggins made a big, and she's one of the greats at Stanford, played in the WNBA. I believe she was the second pick in the draft her year, and she retired early. She had some injury issues. She played in Minnesota. She had some injury issues, but she also said this is a toxic place for heterosexual women.
I could definitely see that.
This is what she said. And so again, I'm not saying it is, I'm not saying it isn't. I'm saying that what Liz was saying about there being safe spaces for people to talk about mental health in the W, I do think that there's some merit to what she's saying. And the issue is, we've had a player with such a checkered past say it. So people look at it and they're like, I don't know if that's valid, or I don't know if it's valid enough. And the problem is, both people are right. Mm-hmm. Are you right to question Liz? Of course you are. Her track record says you should question her. Mm-hmm. Not her mental health, but question, the
validity
actions
of what she's saying.
You should question that. Mm-hmm. The actions and the dedication. You have to question that. Her track record has demonstrated as such. But she also has a valid point talking about the WNBA having safe spaces for players and their mental health. That's a valid issue. That's a valid point. So it's really tough for me, because it's one of those, rest in power Kobe, and you take the Kobe. I know it's a different issue, but it's kind of the same idea. You have Kobe and Shaq, and they have their issues, and the reality is both of them are right. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I think that's what we have going on here. And so does Liz have to be better? Absolutely. Does the league have to be better on a multitude of issues? Absolutely.
Right. But I do want to say, just and again, as reporters, the beat reporters that cover the LA Sparks, shout out to all the beat reporters there. We had a great time this season. From the outside looking in, it really did seem like that cover of protection and that having your back regardless is exactly what she received from the LA Sparks. There was times when Liz would do something. Now, when Liz did something great and there was nothing to talk about besides, oh my God, you were great, she was at that desk. But when there were times when she got in foul trouble and it was her fault, we never saw her. When those racist slurs resurfaced, we didn't get to talk to her. We had to talk to NECA. So we there was never even a moment where she could answer to the beat reporters. And even when, it was always NECA that would come out when there was a time we really needed to talk to Liz. And it was always like, it's important to make sure she understands that, the refs are going to be the refs, but we still got her back. It's important for her to know that we knew about these racist slurs before she came, and it's over for us, and we're going to love on her. Like every time there was something that Liz should have addressed, we got NECA.
Good point.
I just feel like whatever she says, that she needed somebody to have her back. From the outside looking in, again, I'm acknowledging I wasn't in that locker room, but from the outside looking in, they did everything they could to make her feel safe, make her feel protected, and even to let her know, we're not going to throw you to the dogs, meaning the media, when you really should be out there kind of addressing these things. We're going to protect you. We're going to have your back. So I'm not buying that with the Sparks. I don't know what specifically she's talking about, but it would be hard for me to co-sign on anything she's talking about negative with the Sparks because they had her back.
Great point. You saw it up close and personal. So you saw it. So Connect Gang, we got this bet. If you got something to say in the comments when this show goes live and you see it, say something in those comments. Talk about your teams. We can talk about the NFL because we got something coming for you very soon. Another announcement. So y'all better stay plugged in with us. Again, thank you for allowing us to be your plug to the WNBA world. We will see you again very, very soon to drop more technology on those tracks. Y'all be safe out there. Peace.